Now, many of you probably know the basic requirements for submitting a parental or grandparent sponsorship application. As you know, January 2nd, 2015, the applications have been reopened, and Citizenship Immigration Canada is accepting another 5,000 applications. Now, if you're interested in this, submitting this application, we highly encourage you that you submit as soon as possible because they do close relatively quickly. Now, the things that I want to mention in this video are things that make you ineligible to sponsor your parents or your grandparents. The main one is if you're under the age of 18, you cannot sponsor your parents or your grandparents. And the idea is because you can't financially take that financial undertaking, be responsible for your parents or grandparents if you're not an adult. The other thing is if you're default on a court order, such as alimony or child support, if you're default of such payments, you cannot submit an application. If you've received any government assistance, unless it's a reason for disability. So if you've received government assistance, or if you're in the process of getting government assistance, then you are not eligible. Now, if you received government assistance in the past and you've paid back that debt to the government, then you can sponsor your parents or your grandparents going forward. Obviously, if you've been convicted of a violent criminal offense, now not all offenses will disqualify you for submitting an application. So if you have an offense on your record, or if you've been charged or convicted with an offense, give us a call. Let us see where your offense lies and if you're still eligible to sponsor your parents or grandparents. If you're default on an immigration loan, some clients have contacted me where they have submitted another application under the family class, for example, and have had an undertaking, but they're in default of that undertaking, and they're in the midst of paying it back, or they don't know what to do. So if you're in default of that immigration loan, you definitely have to clean that up before you file the next application. Obviously, if you're in prison, then you can't file an application. You have to be outside of prison to have an application submitted. And the lastly is have declared bankruptcy. Now, having bankruptcy declared, if it's still in the midst of you going through the bankruptcy and so forth, you cannot submit a parental sponsorship. However, if you've been discharged from that bankruptcy, an X amount of years have passed and you've been discharged and everything is in good standing now, you can then subsequently submit a parental sponsorship. Whatever your case is, whichever ineligibility falls in for you, whether you've claimed bankruptcy in the past or you were in default of a loan, make sure you clearly explain this to the immigration officer as to what transpired, what caused you being in default and so forth, but also demonstrate that you're in good standing now and that you are eligible based on X, Y, and Z to submit a successful parental sponsorship. I hope this video helped. If you have any questions, give us a call. We're here to help. Thank you, and until next time.